Fairy tales can come true. It can happen to you if you're young at heart.
Yes, even you.
For it's hard, you will find, to be narrow of mind if you're young at heart.
Well, good morning. Here we are, halfway, smack dab almost, in the middle of November already. And this is the better late than never edition. Normally, we try to get our friend Carmela Gear from the Edward King House Senior Center in Newport on the program the first weekend of the month, but we're running a little behind because, well, both of us are running a little behind. I get it's been just crazy.
It's been crazy is right. Good morning, Art.
How are you, Carm? Great to see you again.
It's nice to see you as well. We had a little election in the middle of all of this.
Yeah, something like that.
All kinds of other things. Halloween, and, you know, now we're getting ready for that big turkey day.
Yep. It's right on top of us already. Hard to believe. Mm-hmm. But I don't. It's we use Sinatra as the opener, but where do you want to start here?
Where do I want to start? Let's start with the election and move our way from there. How's that?
Okay, and I know you're one of those fine citizen types that volunteer at the polls on Election Day.
Yep, I'm a Middletown resident, and I am the moderator for the Forest Avenue precinct in Middletown. And what a wonderful experience it was. It's a wonderful experience every election day.
Yeah.
But it was really terrific to see the high votership come out for this particular election. And we did something intergenerationally speaking, if I can put it that way, this time in Middletown, which I'm incredibly proud of. Most of the poll workers that I've been working with historically, anyway, for the past number of years have been seniors. And this year, the town of Middletown engaged in its older high school students to kind of get them involved in a real-life civic lesson in asking our 18-year-olds and even our 17-year-olds who are permitted to work the polls so long as they are pre-registered to vote, and they all were. And we scattered a group of 12 to 16 of them throughout the precincts in the town of Middletown. So from my perspective as a senior center director, it was fantastic to see the polls being operated by seniors and young people alike. So it was a really fantastic experience. In my own precinct, my own son was working right alongside me and the rest of the team, as he is, although he's my youngest, he is of nearly voting age, and so it was really great to see the kids as much involved in the process as the adults were. So it was a wonderful experience all the way around. And now that it's all over, no matter who's in what seat, wherever they happen to be, it's time to roll up the sleeves and get to work. Mm-hmm. So we're all in get to work mode, and on behalf of the Senior Center of the Edward King House, I'd like to congratulate all the folks who either won their seats back or won new seats, and wish them a wonderful and very productive and positive term.
I think it's very important, too, just to give a big tip of the cap to everybody who ran with win, lose, or draw.
Absolutely.
To step up and,
Even the uncontested contests were hard fought. There was a lot of work, a lot of door knocking, a lot of, getting involved in the community and listening to folks' concerns. And I think we both saw that throughout the community at the micro level and at the macro level as well. So it's time to get it all together now and get all of our ducks in a row and get ready to get to work.
Yep.
Absolutely.
Sure is.
So, in beginning with that, I think it's time to move on to all the wonderful things that are happening, not only at the Edward King House, but community-wide as we're all getting ready for the season of being thankful. and the Thanksgiving holiday. We would like to have a shout out to our friends from Blenheim Newport, who provided the most delicious Thanksgiving meal I've ever tasted, outside of my own family's, that is. This past Wednesday at the King House, we had a full house of folks who came to join us for Chef Brian Kane's fresh out of the oven, delicious hand-carved turkey meal. It was a great way to celebrate almost Thanksgiving, and it was really topped off by the musical offerings of Mark Gorman, who came with his guitar and had us all singing and tapping our toes and really getting into the spirit of the upcoming holidays.
Has Gorman gotten the hang of that guitar yet?
He's getting there.
Okay.
Art, he's getting there. And we had our usual rip-roaring rendition of "You Are My Sunshine,"
Oh, yeah.
which is becoming the house anthem. So it really was a lot of fun, but it was very heartwarming to have so many folks together to have a chance to enjoy each other's company and a delicious meal. So many thanks to Helen Hames and her crew at Blenheim Newport for providing that wonderful opportunity.
And one thing, I have a request. Can you stop booking those events on nights that I have another job to attend to? Can
Absolutely.
we work on
I'll
that,
give you a
please?
call before I put the calendar out. We can go through it together.
Yeah, have your people call my people.
I'll have my
would you,
people
please?
call your people.
We'll
You
get
got
on the
it.
same page here.
And another thank you as well is that last month we hosted our annual cocktail party. And a big shout out to O'Brien's Pub, who every year makes this cocktail party exactly what it is. And a special thanks to a group of fine women from the area who are otherwise known as the Italian Cousins and Company.
Oh, yes.
Who provided our delicious delectables for the evening, and Julio Amaro, who provided the music for that event as well. So we, we're really very blessed by the people who lend their time, talent, and treasure to all that we do at the Edward King House. So a very special thank you to Greg Fader and George Jones and the folks at O'Brien's.
I was just going to ask you if you saw that George Jones guy.
We always see that George Jones guy.
Don't go up to him and say, could you do a couple verses of He Stopped Loving Her Today? That's nuts. The other George Jones.
The other George
Come on,
Jones,
please.
absolutely. And, of course, we've just ended our first fall session of classes at the Edward King House, and our Newport Circle of Scholars program for the fall is coming to a close, and we're preparing for our winter-spring session, which will be coming up in January.
Oh, I like that S word.
Yeah, the spring part, well, it's going to be a long way away, Art, but certainly it will get here.
We're getting closer every day.
That's right, every day. Although I've got a big contingent of folks who keep telling me Christmas is getting closer every day as well.
Mm-hmm.
So we've just started our second session for the fall of our Edward King House classes, and everything from gyrokinesis to chair yoga, and our very popular Tai Chi classes are all just hopping with activity. And I'm very proud to state yet once again that every square inch of that beautiful mansion is being used for something wonderful and effective, and sometimes life-sustaining for our senior population in Newport County.
By the way, if you just tuned in, our guest this time around is Carmela Gear. She is the executive director of the Edward King House
Did we
Senior
forget to
Center.
tell people that?
Well, I was going to do this just to give you a chance to have a sip of water over there.
Thank you.
Because I know it's, being the moderator there on Election Day at that, where were you at?
I was at Forest Avenue.
Forest Avenue School.
Forest Avenue School.
I know how I can wear on the old vocal cords.
As we keep repeating over and over again, please take your ballot and place it in the DS200. Doesn't matter which side, it was over and over again, but worth every second of it.
Yep.
Absolutely.
Yep. Doing your civic duty, that's nothing like it.
You got it. And there's 1,000,001 ways that you can do your civic duty. That just happens to be one of them. And we look forward to it every election season. And in some cases, one of the great things about doing your civic duty, depending on where it is or what it is that you're doing, it's sometimes the only time that you get to see so many people from within the community all at one time or all in one day.
Yeah.
There were folks that walked in and out of that precinct that I hadn't seen in a year,
Mm-hmm.
so it was great to get reconnected to folks.
Yeah.
Let's see, what else? Oh, well, it's Medicare open enrollment time.
Oh, that's right. Yeah, right through what, the end of January?
Actually, the middle of December. So until December 7th. Yep.
Okay.
So now's the time, folks. And I have to tell you that for all of the places where you can engage in getting assistance with regards to Medicare, where all of our schedules are booking up. So please make sure you call ahead. Do not wait until December 7th to try and get help with regards to open enrollment and Medicare, because you may find that you're going to have trouble getting help only because there's only so many hours in a day and so many people that we have available to help. The Edward King House this year has opened up a special Saturday enrollment date on Saturday, November 19th from 10 a.m. to 3 p.m. It's all by appointment. So please give us a call at 846-7426. I think we still have some Wednesday appointments open, but most definitely let's fill up that Saturday day and get folks in to get their Medicare enrollment taken care of. Medicare is a very complicated system to navigate through. We all know it. So let's get the help that we need in order to get what it is that you need. And again, signing up for the Medicare enrollment program right now, if you're going to make your appointment, please make sure that you are in the position to actually enroll for Medicare. If you're still a year or 2 years away, let's wait until after December 7th to come on in. We offer support in Medicare all year round, every Wednesday from 11 to 2 at the Edward King House Senior Center. And all the other senior centers, Middletown, Portsmouth, they also offer support throughout the year as well. But right now, until December 7th, we are enrolling folks for Medicare. So if you're new to the system and it's time for you to enroll, now's the time to make your appointment. If you're already enrolled in Medicare and you need a diagnostic done to make sure that the program that you're enrolled in is still what you need, now is the time to make that appointment. Really important stuff. And I know folks tend to, hear the word Medicare and cringe. And we do cringe when it comes to our health care insurance. And I get it, but we got to take care of the business and get it done so that you have what you need. Give us a call. Absolutely. Right. Let's see. What else do we want to talk about, my friend? URI Pharmacy is coming by to visit us again. Last month, they came with regards to vision. This month they're coming with regards to hearing, and they're providing a program called Can You Hear Me Now? On Thursday, November 17th at 1 p.m. This is a free offering open to the public. A professional pharmacist from the URI College of Pharmacy, along with a senior student, will be providing an intensive 1-hour program on your hearing and whether or not hearing aids are something that you need or maybe not. Sometimes your hearing can be affected by the medications that you're on and not necessarily by something that's happening naturally to your hearing. Come on over and come give a listen and learn something new. And that's what's happening with that. No pun intended, I'm sure. No pun intended. As we're going to be airing this particular show, this Sunday afternoon, on the 13th of November, we will be hosting Dr. Americo Petrocelli. Hey, how you nice doing? Paisan, absolutely. Coming from Connecticut. He's written a book called The Magic Table. And the title of the book event that we'll be hosting on Sunday afternoon is called Prose and Poetry, Inspired by the Over 80 Crowd. And the magic table that he refers to is a table in the retirement community that he lives in, where folks gather around this table and they share their creative writing. Some of it's prose, some of it's poetry. But he's written a book that includes much of that work. And he's going to come and talk to us about the history of how the book came together, and about being a real proponent for never being too old to write it down, whatever the story happens to be. If it's fiction, nonfiction, coming from the heart or coming from the head. He's a really wonderful speaker and a great soul, a very funny man. We're going to be hosting a book presentation and a little reception for him. What would be today, as you're hearing this show, at 1 o'clock in the afternoon. Again, free and open to the public. It's for anyone of any age that's interested in coming to hear Dr. Petrocelli speak. He'll also have his book available for sale, and he'll be happy to sign it as well.
It's one of the fascinating things I find about the demographic that you deal with on a daily basis, and that is, when people turn 65 and it's time to retire, and now they almost have too much time on their hands, they're looking for a hobby or a craft or something like that. And it's amazing how many folks that in that particular category go, you know what? I never knew I could write poetry.
Yeah.
It's really amazing. Or, whether it's art or poetry or getting on a stage and getting involved in a theatrical production.
Yeah.
Feel like, I never knew I could do that.
Never knew I could do that, absolutely. And that's what it's all about, the idea of retiring and having nothing to do at the other end. I think that most folks who are lucky enough to have the opportunity to completely retire find that their time is filled in by all kinds of other things on the other end. So for those of you out there who are cringing at the fact that you might be nearing retirement age and you're not sure what's going to happen on the other side, you don't have to be sure as to what's going to happen on the other side. Just take the walk, and life tends to happen to you, but you need to take the walk. You
Yep.
need to get out of your own circle and take a look to see what's available to you.
And that's a void that the Edward King Center and all the senior centers throughout Newport County and
Absolutely.
beyond,
Yep.
that's a big, important void that you folks help to fill.
That's right. And if we can't give you the service directly ourselves, we know where to connect you to get what it is that you're looking for. We find the phone is ringing a whole lot more lately on two levels. The first being, okay, so I've retired and I don't know what to do. What do I do next? And so, of course, we tend to bombard people with a whole slew of opportunities of things that they can get involved in. And we usually try to start them out slow so that they can really take a look at what's available to them. When folks enter the doors at the Edward King House and say, I'd like to make some new friends. I'm new to the area. I can't tell you how many folks have been moving into Newport County in their later years, and they're new to the area, and they'd like to make connections with other people, and so we invite them to come to lunch. We offer our senior dining program every day at noon, Monday through Friday, and it's not only a great place to get great nutrition, but it's a great place to meet new people.
Yeah, even if you do have, maybe a fuller schedule than most seniors do. I mean, and we talk about one of the most important things about staying healthy as an older person is that's the whole social aspect, and not just sitting at home and watching soaps or whatever,
or just being isolated and being by yourself. I
being
think
by
that's
yourself. Sure,
the biggest senior issue that we try really hard to combat is this idea of senior isolation. So, when you're raising your family and you got kids coming in and out of the house, and if you do have a spouse or you did have a spouse, and all of that is now changed. The kids are all grown and they're all living all on their own, and you may or may not have your spouse, and you find that you're alone yourself. There needs to be a place by which you can start, and it might be the place where you stay. And we hope that the Edward King House will be the place where you stay. But if it's not, that's okay. If we're the place where you start, and from there you find the place where you'll stay and find companionship and find things that not only make you happy but fulfill you as a human being, then we've done our job by doing that. So we often tell folks, come join us for lunch. And then from lunch, we kind of open up to all the other programs we have to offer, from Medicare open enrollment, as we just spoke about, to any of our enrichment programs. We just completed a Circle of Scholars program on Japanese Americans in America. Highly regarded program, full, in fact, of folks coming from all different age groups and different walks of life, and some folks were here during World War II, and others weren't, but we're just interested in the subject matter. Better than television, because you're connected to other folks who are involved in the discussion over whatever that topic happens to be. So it's really gratifying from our perspective to see folks getting involved in things that they didn't think would be available to them as adults. And so we're really proud of being able to offer that touch tone. Sometimes the only reason a person comes in, a family member may come in looking for a piece of durable medical equipment that they need to help the senior family member live life at home more comfortably. And if that's the only thing that you are connected to the senior center for, then we've done our job there too. We hope that you'll continue to do more. But to have folks, walk in the door and say, I need something, and we're able to fulfill it, is really what makes our day at the Edward King House.
Now, you mentioned the lunch program,
Mm-hmm.
and for those of you that haven't heard about this, first of all, be forewarned, you're going to have to start saving up now to be able to afford this. Oh my God! This is
he's only kidding, folks.
This is this is the best kept secret in town, and it shouldn't be a secret. Spread the word.
Absolutely,
because it is just such.
If you're over the age of 60 with our senior dining program, it is a $3 suggested donation.
Now, is that 60 or over,
it's
or
60
over
or
60?
Over 60 or over. So if you are 59 years of age
Yep.
and younger,
Yep.
it is a $5 mandated fee for lunch. If you are age 60 and older, then it's a $3 suggested donation. So
Woo-hoo.
if you've got 50 cents to offer that day, we'll take the 50 cents.
My price is going down in a month. Yay!
We'll be celebrating your birthday.
Oh, man. Me and Uncle Frank.
Yep, you and Uncle Frank.
That's
That's right. So, indeed, the lunch. In fact, I have something new to offer with regards to the senior dining program as well. So, for anyone who doesn't know about the senior dining program, it has two offerings. It's what we call the entree offering or the pub offering. The entree offering is the hot, full meal. For example, it could be a chicken leg quarter with gravy, a mashed potato, and mixed vegetables. Before that, you're offered a very delicious soup. So your lunch begins with soup, and then the entree. If you choose the pub offering, and what I mean by choosing is that you do have to reserve your meal 24 hours in advance by noon the day before. If you go onto our website, www.edwardkinghouse.org, we have the lunch menus posted. Choose what day you'd like to come. Give us a call 24 hours in advance by noon, and we'd be happy to reserve your meal. We do not cook the meals on site, so we have to order the meals as they are being catered in. The pub offering is what we used to call the cold offering. It's usually a sandwich, or it might be a hot dog or something that not quite as filling as the entree offering. But the something new that I want to talk about today is the salad option.
Ooh.
In working with our folks in diabetes prevention and our folks who are watching their heart health, it is quite often that many of our folks are looking for a lighter version for lunch. So we now have what's called the salad option. This salad option is one offering that's offered throughout the month. So for the month of November, for example, the salad offering is a turkey, shredded turkey, cranberry walnut, and a light balsamic vinaigrette on a bed of mixed greens. That's the salad offering. And what you get for the salad option is the soup, if you choose to have it, the salad, and the dessert. So all the other things that are offered in the entree and the sides, those are not available for the salad option. The salad option, however, because it is all a fresh commodity, needs to be ordered the week before service, the Thursday before the week of service. So if you know that you are coming in next Wednesday and you'd like to have the salad option, you should have ordered that this past Thursday. I know it's complicated, but it really has to do with how it works in the catering end of all of it. It's the same cost as the rest of the lunch. It's meeting with some very high praise, especially for those that are, watching their calories, or they're watching their salt intake or their potassium and phosphorus intake. those sorts of things. The salad option is really taking on a whole new life of its own. So it might sound a little confusing to you right now as you listen to me speak about it. Give us a call at the center, 846-7426. We'd be happy to explain it a little bit more in depth.
All right. And by the way, that pub offering, no, does not come with a draft beer.
Nope.
All right?
Nope,
I just want to point that out.
It does, yes.
And on that note.
Thank you, Art.
Hey, no, really. Thank you, Carm. We have to break. We'll come back and we'll chat more with Carmela Gear. She is the executive director of Newport's Edward King House Senior Center in just a moment. Stay with us. All right, welcome back to this weekend's edition of the Proceedings. And again, joining us this weekend on the program is the executive director of Newport's Edward King House Senior Center, Carmela Gear. And welcome to part two, Carmela.
Hello, Art.
Thanks for hanging on. We love to have you on both segments.
I love being here. This is so much fun.
But you always have plenty to talk about. So,
You think it's the Italian in me? Must be the Italian in me.
Yeah, you get two of us in a room together, and we just won't stop.
Constant noise.
Oh,
Absolutely.
Where'd you leave off on the docket there?
Well, I left off at Thanksgiving, and so to kind of wrap Thanksgiving up, just a reminder to folks that the center will be closed for the Thanksgiving holiday.
Oh, you slackers.
I know. I'm sorry. I got people to feed. Thursday and Friday, we're going to give our staff and our family and friends a little bit of time off to enjoy each other's company and give the house a little bit of a break for a couple of days as we celebrate being thankful. And then, of course, we'll open up all over again on Monday to get back to work and back to enjoying everything that the house has to offer.
And getting ready to deck those halls.
Yes, I was hoping you were going to see that. Can we talk about Christmas now?
This place looks so great at Christmas time.
It does. So we are actually, Walter is kind of getting the house ready to bring up the Christmas trees. It's going to be time to deck the halls at the Edward King House. And it always seems to come so fast, and before you know it, it's here. So we're really excited about the offerings we have for Christmas in Newport this year. It's one of our favorite times of year at the house, and it really is an opportunity for the house to sparkle and shine as we decorate just about every single room with the blues and whites and silvers and reds and greens and all those beautiful colors that come with the holiday season. So we have replaced our annual craft fair this year with a Victorian boutique holiday sale that's going to be held on Friday, December 2nd from 7 to 8:30 at night this time. And the offerings that will be sold for this particular event are intended for folks who are looking for gifts for people who are hard to buy for, from jewelry to fine linens and china pieces and crystals and that sort of thing. So we're kind of taking a different turn this year with regards to what we're offering the public in gift giving. So we're looking forward to a really great evening. There'll be a little reception connected to that as well. So join us for a toast to the holiday season, as well as an opportunity to get some Christmas shopping done on that night. And of course, there is no admission fee for that. It's open to the public. And we're hoping that folks will come and join us on Friday, December 2nd, again at 7 p.m. And then coming up soon after that, our girlfriend, Kerrigan Nelson, is going to be joining us for a holiday cabaret with some local musicians, who, including Jimmy Winters. They'll be performing a concert for us on Wednesday, December 7th at 7 o'clock. Proceeds from that concert will go to benefit not only the Edward King House, but the Housing Hotline. So you'll be seeing a whole lot more with regards to that particular program. It's a suggested donation of $10. So we're really looking forward to that musical event coming to the Edward King House in our beautiful ballroom. And Art, you've been there, in the ballroom before. The acoustics in that room for music is absolutely beautiful. So we're looking forward to young Kerrigan and her beautiful voice, and she'll be singing not only solos but a number of duets with some of our local vocalists. So it's really exciting to have that new program join us this year for the holiday season.
By the way, Jimmy Winters, I'll be getting a call from him any day now. He'll be wanting to borrow one of my colorful tuxedos. Man. That boy's got some threads, doesn't he?
Yes, he does. Handsome, handsome man that he is.
Yeah, he's a terrific guy. Love Jimmy.
Absolutely, and we love him as well. The Holiday Silver Tea, which is a tried and true holiday event for us at the Edward King House, is scheduled for Sunday, December 11th. Our harpist friend Mary King will be joining us for our musical delights, and that also will be held in the ballroom, and it is a classic silver holiday tea. We bring out our beautiful teacups and our silver service for the day, and our chair for that program is our board chair, Penny Fitch, who really does something special with our holiday tea every year. So we're very excited for that. That's $10 per person, 2 o'clock in the afternoon on Sunday, December 11th. And then the holiday season would not be complete without our Hanukkah celebration and Festival of Light. Many thanks to Lynn Glickman, who continues to be my right-hand woman. With regards to this particular piece, we will be enjoying live klezmer music, and the lighting of the menorah and holiday food as well. And it's a goodwill offering for that particular event. Again, all of these events are open to the public, will all be found on the Christmas in Newport calendar. We're really thrilled about all of them. And of course, we wrap it all up on Friday, December 16th at 11:15 a.m. with our Edward King House Singers presenting their 2016 holiday concert. And I have to say, our singers just get better and better every year.
I was just going to quote my Uncle Frank once again. Oh, by gosh, by golly.
By golly, absolutely. Under the direction of Christine Wilbur, our chorus continues to grow, is in full voice, and if we could have them rehearsing every other day at the house, I'd do it in a heartbeat, because they fill the house with such wonderful music, and this particular concert is very, very special to them. So we look forward to folks coming and joining us at 11:15 on Friday, December 16th. And then soon thereafter, the house will be closed for 2 weeks to celebrate the winter holiday, the last 2 weeks of December. It gives us an opportunity to clean up from all of the decorations in the house, an opportunity to get some maintenance done on the house for the winter as we prepare for the really cold months of January, February, and March. And it gives our staff an opportunity to take a break. If we didn't close the house every once in a while, our staff would never take a day off. So this is a way of celebrating them as well. So we will be closed from the 19th until January 2nd, and we'll reopen again on January 3rd to begin the winter season at the house. And I would be remiss if I did not give a shout out to our brand new Black Box Theater program. As we air this on Sunday, we'll be getting ready for our closing night for Love Letters.
Oh, right.
Which is starring Lisa Reimer and Clive Anderson.
That has gotten some great print and publicity.
I have to tell you that I couldn't be more proud of any of our new programs as I am of this one. We walked into the studio setting at the King House, which is on the second floor between the ballroom and the game room, and took a look at that room and imagined something different and made it all come to fruition. So we created a lovely, intimate theatrical setting in this black box setting. This particular show, written by A.R. Gurney, was directed by our own local Rob Reimer. He's taken a very simply staged show and given it something very, very special. And of course, the two actors are, bar none, absolutely fantastic. Lisa Reimer is very well known within the community in artistic and theatrical circles. Clive Anderson is brand new to the world of theater, and he is phenomenal. The two of them have a chemistry that I cannot, I have no words to describe it. But we sold out in our first weekend, and it's looking like we will probably have sold out the Friday and Saturday night that precedes the airing of this show. And we do have some tickets that are left for the Sunday night's performance. So give us a call and reserve your tickets if you haven't seen it as of yet. It's on only a 2-week run. We will be putting up another production in the winter and again a third one in the spring, and they will only run for 2 weeks apiece. I'm just beaming with pride with regards to this particular project. And many thanks to all the folks who made it happen. The folks from AARP Rhode Island made the whole black box opportunity available to us. Richard Sardella and Sardella's Restaurant. I don't think we could do anything without Richard and the support of Sardella's. And of course our very own Dr. Tony Regine, who really made this project get off the ground and happen. So many thanks to all of the folks and the whole team of volunteers who from box office to house management, really made all of it possible. So many, many thanks to them. So more to come on the theater front. And other cultural offerings for the King House.
Once again, that is Carmela Gear, the Executive Director of Newport's Edward King House Senior Center. And we have her on the program once a month, and we just delve through tons of stuff, or she does, actually. I don't want to be
Come along for the ride.
stealing any of her thunder here. But all of this information, again, is available on the website. We'll give you that in just a second. And many of these programs, you hear Carm say a lot of times, this is open to non-members, that's open to non-members. You don't have to be a member to take advantage of a lot of these programs, but you really should consider becoming a member as soon as you turn the big 50.
Absolutely. Big 50 it is.
Yeah, because actually now, because you can join AARP at the age of 50 now, so that's when you officially become a senior.
Yep. It's not a bad thing.
It is not a bad thing. I can attest to that.
There you go.
Yeah, but anyway, you really, and it's just so reasonable. Just tell folks what they need to do to join.
So it's really an easy process. You can do it online at our website, www.edwardkinghouse.org, or you can come on in, or you can give us a call and we'll mail you a membership form. It's an annual membership, $30 per person for the year, but the year begins on July 1 and runs until June 30. The next membership year begins again on July 1. So no matter when you become a member, your membership is good until June 30. And then we start all over again come July 1. And there are perks to being a member. There are some events that are for members only, and then there are, discounts on, many of the stuff that we do have to charge out for.
Sure.
If you're a member, you certainly get a discount for that. But anyone over the age of 50, if you walk through our doors, we are there to serve in any way we possibly can.
And you get a lot of this stuff mailed to you.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. And that's the biggest perk to being a member. Thank you, Art. Is that everything that we're talking about today gets put right smack dab in your mailbox every other month. Absolutely.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
But again, keep an eye on the website for the various events and
for all of it.
Because there's a lot to keep up with at the Edward King House. And by the way, and I try to mention this as often as I can on these programs, if you have never been inside this particular building, just being inside it is a treat. We talked about how great it's going to look and how great it looks, well, all the time, but especially at holiday time because you get to break out the decorations. But it is really a special place. It's a mansion.
It absolutely is. And that actually is a great segue into, with regards to safety in the building. We are happy to give a tour whenever we can of the house. But indeed, every square inch is used all the time at the Edward King House. The best time to come and visit for a tour is usually in the afternoon, from 1 in the afternoon to 3 in the afternoon. If you can call ahead, we'd really appreciate that so that we can carve out the time to give you a really comprehensive tour of the building. But it is never okay to walk into the building and have the expectation that you can roam around at will. There's a lot of stuff going on.
Sure.
And the safety of the folks who participate in the programs is also always at the top of our list. So give us a call if you'd like to make an appointment for a tour. We're happy to take you around, tell you all about the programs, give you the history of the house. And certainly at any of our Christmas in Newport activities, that's when the house it really shines, and it's open for folks to come and explore. So indeed, what a wonderful history in this beautiful first mansion of the island.
Yeah, and you can see Carm's new office.
You can see my new office.
Tell us about your move there.
So when I first came to the Edward King House 3 years ago, I had chosen a space on the mezzanine of the building, and the mezzanine is not a floor unto itself. It's one room that is located in the midst of the servant staircase of the building. And I chose that space because it gave me the opportunity to hear what was going on anywhere in the building. So no matter what entrance you were coming in from, I could hear you. If there was a problem or something had fallen or someone had fallen anywhere in the building, I could hear you from there. Well, turns out I'm not 21 anymore either. And I've recently had an injury to my knee, which is precluding me from doing a lot of stairs. And the great thing about the Edward King House is that we have this wonderful elevator. We have always had this wonderful elevator. And now I'm testing our own ADA compliance myself. And so we've had to move my office, and it's bittersweet. I am thrilled at moving to the room that I am moving to, which is on the second floor, otherwise known as the balcony room or the nursery. It is as you look at the outside of the building, from the side that faces the library, it is the room where the balcony is located. The blessing to having that room is that I now have a lot of space. So I have space to meet with larger groups of people. I have more space to kind of spread out and get the work done, that kind of thing. And I am thrilled about that. So it's really important that folks know that this process of moving me from the mezzanine to the second floor has already begun. So where folks were accustomed to finding me, you just got to get onto the elevator this time instead of giving a shout up the stairs to come and see me up on the second floor of the building. So it is posing some changes in where some of our programs are held, because we did use that room for some of our programming. But indeed, change is a good thing, and it's something I'm very excited about. So come and visit me up on the second floor, Art, the next time you're at the King House.
I will do that. And I, by the way, will be using the elevator.
There you go.
Thank you very much.
That's what we want you to do.
And speaking of which, you still, the building is available to rent out for various
always.
events?
Yep.
I know that's a big way to...
And that's one of the other reasons why we closed for the last 2 weeks of December, because our calendar, although I mentioned 6 events for the holiday season, there's another 7 or 8 events that are going on that are privately rented in the house. So every day of the week, or every night of the week, I should say, at the King House, from December 1 to December 16th, is taken up. So absolutely, we're available for private parties, weddings, showers, private dinners, rehearsal dinners. I mean, the list goes on and on. Eagle Scout ceremonies, we've done those too. So indeed, if you're thinking of having if your house isn't big enough to host the number of people that you would like to have for the house party, consider the Edward King House. If you're having an intimate wedding of 85 people or less, consider the Edward King House. High school reunions where you can have different rooms to do different things. Consider the Edward King House. Give us a call, 846-7426. I have to say, we are the most affordable rental in town. And we'd be happy to talk about what your vision is for your event and hope that we can accommodate your needs. Absolutely. There is one thing I did forget to mention with regards to the holidays, Art. I hope you will indulge me in this. We are starting a new program this year called the Honor Tree. You're already aware that we have a Christmas tree in almost every room of the house, except for the kitchen. The tree that is going to be located in the reception area of the house this year will be referred to as the Honor Tree. And this year we're selling snowflake ornaments this year to honor folks that are connected to you, either in memory of, or to honor folks that are currently with us. So if folks would like to purchase one of these snowflake crystal snowflake ornaments in honor of someone they love. It's $10 per ornament. We will keep it up on the tree throughout the holiday season, and when the holidays are over, for us on the 16th, we will package it up and mail it to you at home so that you can take that ornament and put it on your own holiday tree. Wow. Again, that's on the website as well, www.edwardkinghouse.org. Give us a call at 846-7426, or come by and see us and fill out an order form, and we'd be happy to accommodate your wish for that. And then in addition to that, we're bringing back Mr. Joseph Bashore, who is a local photographer from Bristol, who will be doing senior portraits this year. This is when I really feel like I'm operating a school at the Edward King House. It's kind of cool. But he takes these fantastic portraits of folks who'd like to participate. For a mere donation of $10 to the Edward King House, you will receive an 8x10 glossy portrait of yourself. And then if you'd like to order more, you do that through Mr. Bashore himself. But we'll be having sitting available on November 17th and Friday, November 18th from 10 a.m. to 3 p.m. You need to make an appointment for it. And you don't have to be a senior to get your portrait done. You can have your family portrait taken if you'd like. So give us a call, and we'll give you some more information on that and schedule you for an appointment to get your picture took.
Put that iPhone away. Forget those selfies. Get it done the right way.
Get it done the right way.
Absolutely. Oh, man. Well, listen, anything else you need to sneak in, Carmen?
Just one last thing is that we're planning a trip to Lancaster, Pennsylvania at the end of next August, but we're getting the word out now so that folks can save their pennies. It's a 5 days, 4-night trip. We'll go and visit... it's called the Liberty Tour. We'll be visiting Amish country, and we're going to go see the Liberty Bell. It's $550 per person. Again, you do not need to be a senior to attend, and nor do you need to be a member to participate. Again, give us a call and take a look at our website for more information.
I believe our friend, the Reverend Dr. Anita Louise Schell, is from that neck of the woods, director of Emmanuel Church.
Yep, you are quite right.
I've been to Kutztown, Pennsylvania. See, I can say that. Yeah. I have been to Kutztown.
There you go. Amen.
What a world traveler. Go to Pittsburgh, go to Philly. No, I go to Kutztown. Oh, please. Well, listen, I want to say before, now, obviously this program is airing on Sunday, November 13th. It is being recorded on the 11th day of the 11th month. And actually, as I look at the clock here in real time on this Friday morning, we're closing in on the 11th hour. Yeah. It is Veterans Day, and I would be remiss if this will be, as this airs, in a belated form, but a tip of the cap to all the veterans. Absolutely. And the military folks that have served our country, and those who are currently. And those who aren't here to celebrate it because they've made that ultimate sacrifice.
And we thank them for their service.
Absolutely. And I didn't want to let the program end without saying that, because that's means an awful lot to me. I am not a veteran myself. My father was a proud World War II vet, and there are many like him out there. So we appreciate all you did on behalf of this great country of ours. So thank you.
Agreed.
Carm, we're going to get you back here next month?
Yeah, I'll try to be on time next month. How's that?
Well, we'll try to do it without an email crash, and we can both get on the same page through no fault of either of ours, but just those things happen once in a while. But I'm glad you could make it.
Thank you for having me, Art.
Thanks for filling both segments.
Happy Thanksgiving, darling.
And you also, my friend.
Thank you.
We'll talk to you here next weekend.